Okay, I just wanted to make a video of my board and where it is currently. I've been working on it since 2020, I think, is when I took my old pedal board apart, and so I've been kind of working things. Have some new additions: mdrive, Big Sky, Cali 76, the Ruby. The Ruby's the newest one. So I've just been playing around with it. I still need to upgrade cabling and the power. I'm running the Chalks DC10 right now, and I think I need the DC7 because I need some more milliamps. And then I've been programming the mastermind as well, and that's not quite done yet. But I'm just kind of to bookmark where I am on some guitar tones, so just kind of walk through it. Actually, maybe I'll quickly discuss signal path. So obviously we run into the mastermind. Loop 1 is the Cali 76. Loop 2 is the Timmy. Loop 3 is the D&M drive. Actually, sorry, my bad. Loop 2 is the D&M drive. Loop 3 is the Timmy. Loop 4, we come out to the Ruby, and then come back into the mastermind. Loop 5 goes out to the timeline, and then into the Big Sky stereo. So we go from mono to stereo, or sorry, mono in, stereo out, stereo into there, stereo out. I'm currently running a mixer, doing left, right, and then dry. So the dry comes from the Ruby. So we also split off at the Ruby for the dry tone. Wet goes through here. When I'm done all the cabling, it's going to go loop 5 and then back in loop 6 here and then out. So yeah, let's give some sounds here. There's some buzzing that I think it's the cabling. That'll clean that up. But yeah, still working on it. But yeah, let's go through the clean tone. So the compressor is just giving me that little extra something that I like. I've got a little bit of plate reverb and a little bit of delay. This preset I'm just running into the Timmy, the compressor turns off. Same thing, a little bit of delay, a little bit of reverb. So that Timmy kind of gives me that little bit of grit. I can really, how I attack with my right hand really changes how that reacts. I mean, I can kind of clean it up. Loop or preset 3 here. That runs just D&M drive. Same thing. Delay and reverb are still on. Loop 4, same thing. We're just upping the delay, or sorry, upping the gain stages. So I'm stacking these two now. I should say too, with the D&M drive, I've got two sides. Depending on the guitar, I'll go back and forth on which side I'm using. And then we just kind of go into kind of switching up the Strymon. So I can kind of, this would maybe be a good example for the wet, dry, wet. If I mute the dry, you can kind of just hear more of the Strymon when I get rid of that dry. The dry just kind of adds a little bit more clarity to cut through the delays and the reverbs. So I'm just gonna switch to my Les Paul here. So with the Les Paul, it'll just be, everything's just hotter, pushes these pedals a little harder. So the nice thing is I can just, with this whole setup, with overdrives and whatnot, I can just kind of tweak as I go. I usually have my, I guess, my preferred settings, but I still, if I hear something, I'm going to tweak it. I'm not just going to like, I don't touch that pedal. It's like, no, I'll, take the gain all the way off or put it up, just depending what I'm hearing. That's the nice thing with the Ruby, like that, I can just kind of take my tone knob and on the amp and so I can just brighten up that Les Paul. Switch guitars, just flip it. I should also say with the Ruby, I've got I've programmed this preset, so so that's the green is the preset, red is the controls here, and then this is like a boost on or off. I typically don't mess with that. I kind of just set it and forget it, but so that kind of concludes, I guess, the general tour of my pedal board as it stands. Yeah, I just want to make this video just kind of bookmark the tone at this spot. I was using a Helix. I still have the Helix, but the Ruby popped up used for a good price, so I picked that up. And I'm really liking the Ruby. I'm a big fan of AC30s. Sorry, I should also say, if I were to run into an amp, I would just not use this, not use loop 4, and then I just run out mono, or I could run out stereo into 2 amps. So I'm still pretty flexible with this configuration. Yeah.